measurements. You get the report of your knee extension, flexion, lateral movement. You get all the measurements. You can see he rides with his right knee in a more circular motion. So we've tried to help him as best we can. As I said at the start, I can't fix you. You are what you are. And down here, you can see the two photos, night and day. Yeah. And through this, I got about 10 people from Maryland to come and see me. So I don't advertise. You know, I've got these guys down tonight because I'm contacting clubs over the winter, because you need to start thinking about it over the winter to be ready for the new year. Don't come to me in April and we'll have to move the seat post 2 centimetres. It's going to wreck you for the summer. So we got to think about fit now. Then we'll give you the definition of how to get those measurements. So if you bought a new bike and you bought it in Hannah's and you wanted Michael here to fit your bike, you'll be able to give him this fit report and he can build your bike as close as without the cameras. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So you have that information, but you're saying that sometimes it's beneficial then they come back.
If you want to play, yeah, you should. You'll know your forward angulation, you'll know your insoles, you'll know what size of saddle, what size of bars they get. You'll be in a better place than probably what you are now by all this information. Like for what I got when I was growing up, I just got my bike and rode my bike. Yeah, my dad bought me the most expensive bike because you win races if you have the most expensive bike. Yeah, I think fit is the most important thing. Buying the bike helps savers, which helps me to stay here. but all those things. Any questions?
Cards.
I've got cards. I've got 10% loyalty cards. You have one, haven't you?
I do. Yeah, the wee plastic.
Yeah, the wee plastic. So when you come and see me, your account's set up with 10% off right away. Yeah. You don't need to see me again. Just make sure you got that wee card and it gives you 10% off in store. That's your bike on full price items. So it's not something that's 50% off and you get an RTM. It's on full price, okay? It doesn't get you 10% off in the workshop. And doesn't get you 10% off on my time as well.
Off the bike fit.
Off the bike fit. If you buy a bike of say £1,300 bike, you can have 130 quid of accessories, or you can have 130 quid towards your bike fit, and you add the rest. Or you buy a £3,000 bike, then you'll get £300 off it. So this is the way we kind of work with the fit as well. I work for EMM Convey, I work up here, it's the same thing but different. It still comes through me and what I do and what my numbers are and figures are coming out of here and how busy I am. So we keep a record of that, all that there on fit. So I have cards on fit and I have the body geometry bike fit part only.
If someone bought a bike from you now and then did the bike fit before taking the bike away, would you swap out the items?
No, unfortunately. So I could be left with a pile of 42 bars because everybody's at 40.
Yeah.
So, like to me, I need 40 bars and I need 155 saddle. My bike comes with 42 bars and 143 saddle. I swap them. When I sell my bike, I take my 40 bars off and my big saddle off and put them to one side because they're mine. Yeah, and I sell my bike with the stuff that comes on them. Yeah. What you can do is you'll buy your bike, it will come stock the way the bike comes, unless you were doing a build, then you would do it. A pair of cheap handlebars are like 40 quid. You don't have to buy £200 handlebars. They won't make you go any faster. But then you'll know that speed's really nice, lads. After 3 hours you're going to know it speed's really nice, because we're going to change them and let you feel the difference. Then you can upgrade the £200 ones or whatever you want. But you don't have to buy Specialized, you don't have to buy off us. If you want ball and tracker, you want SIP, you want Jam, you want Brompton, then you can buy whatever you want. That's what I do, Keith. I didn't actually fall off and bang a punch. Yeah, you can buy whatever you want. At least you know what size to buy, what size of saddle. For me, you bring your bike in, whatever bike it is, I'll fit you your bike. You'll go, Lance, I don't want Specialized bars, I want to buy ball and tracker bars. You go up to Hannah's and you buy your ball and tracker bars. And you go in and say, Gavin, Lance set me up to buy a pair of handlebars off you. Yeah. So it's all about getting his fit and active out there and not causing any injuries. Okay? So when I see you in the bike fit, yeah, and you're sitting twisted on the bike, you'll say, Lance, I broke my arm years ago, that's why I'm sitting back a wee bit. Or maybe it goes back bigger and stronger, like Papa, and you'll be a bit far forward. Yeah? So I'll give you those out, okay? And it just tells you a wee bit about it. The best way to get me is email. I will get back. I will get back to you eventually. Yeah. You can take those for me as well.
Yeah, no problem. I will get them.
And that's because you made the effort to come to me. Then we'll give you your loyalty cards. I don't know whether you have some already, but yeah. There you go. You don't need to see me. You have one.
Yeah.
You take the.
Okay, so you go back to now. Get a measure or something.
Any questions? You're the second group of people have had in to talk and explain it.
No, it's very good. I don't know what everybody feels, but I think I need to get one.
Definitely,
Yeah?
Yeah, no, it's brilliant. Quite informative. So it's going to cost $150, is it?
150, yeah.
Right.
We were doing a thing at £99 for a while there, and I kind of was getting in trouble from retail. I'd done 160 to 170 bike fits now. I was getting away with it. Lance, I hear you're still doing £99 bike fits. Yeah. So I kind of get told to stop because I work for retail, way on the convey and specialised, and it is what it is. Yeah.
Retail, are they a company, a business?
Yeah. So retail, if you go on to retail, which is really, really good. So the reason I have this laptop and I'm not chained down at this desk is I can go anywhere. I can lift all this, the table, the cameras, and go to anywhere. So if you want to go to somebody's house or go and do a demonstration, do a hotel and do things, I can get up and go. I don't have to stay here. So we go here and we can go on to Retool. So retul.com. Then that will tell you about Frame Finder, and I'll be able to show you riding your bike on Frame Finder and take your measurements and put them on the screen, and you'll be able to see you riding your bike. If you went to find a fitter, then this is giving you all the Retool fitters in the world. Yeah? So the same fit you'll get in California is what you're going to get here in RV country. And here, that's everywhere in the UK. And because I'm the only qualified Retool fitter in the north and fully insured, then you get me here. So it tells you I've got a move bike and 3D fitting. There is other people in Northern Ireland that has Retool technology, but they're not qualified anymore. Okay? So, I don't know. I don't know. I can't comment. I don't like commenting because we all ride bikes. We only live in Northern Ireland. Everybody knows each other. Yeah. So, but that's good for me to have that. So if somebody was in the market for a new bike and they say I've got a move bike and I'm a qualified level 2 fitter, then come and see me.
Good.
Super.
Great stuff.
Thank you very much.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, good. Thank you for coming.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, it's a Thursday night. It's fishing down outside as well, miserable.
Did I get these back?
Yeah, so you're staying on the bike. Any more questions or
Just to get the insets and washers and that fitted roughly, if you needed them.
if you needed them? So for you it will be £18 for the insoles and £5 for the inserts if you needed them. Insoles are a must. If you were doing anything on the fit, you would buy the insoles right away.
Change of saddle.
Change of saddle, depend on the saddle. I don't like to sell £25 saddles. If you're coming to see me and spend this type of money to come and get fitted to that suit, you're probably talking about 80 quid for a saddle. My saddles aren't soft, but they support you. Yeah, you feel the difference.
Have you got the one instead of the two? Have you got the one bar?
Oh, the mono one?
I've got a mono.
It's a 130 saddle then, isn't it? Very narrow. Well, what we can do is we can measure your sit bones, and you can buy that in the right size.
That's not right.
This is softer than mine.
Yeah.
Do you do just the insoles?
Yeah, so you can come down and the guys on the shop floor will do your insoles. So So you can buy the insoles, you 10% off them. Okay. So you can come and the guys in the shop floor can measure your sit bones. Yeah, they can do your insoles on the shop floor. You don't need to come and see me. They can do all that. And then again, when you do the fit, you know what to get after.
Could the insoles then influence the size of your shoe? Or do they make a big difference? So
It's just your arch.
Oh right, okay. The shooting?
Yeah, so it shouldn't be anything
Yeah.
forward and back
Okay.
on that there. So put your feet on.
I find that people on the bike for a couple of hours when the bike feet are just
No, so that's
We know.
yeah.
I have
Do you stand or just
So we get you to do this first, and then we get you to stand, because then I'll see what way your knees fall in. So I'm trying to push through the lesson, and my report as quick as I can. So I get 2 out of it. So lift your feet up for me now. So you've got quite a high arch on that left one. So I'm trying to avoid that. So pop your feet back on again and stand up. So while you stand up, I'll be looking to see whether your knees go in or knees go out.
Okay.
So when we do our fit report, I have to go and remembering everything. And then sit back down. Okay, keep your feet up. See that arch collapses. The left hand one now, compared to what you were when you were sitting. Your foot sits, when you sit down, your foot does this, sits up. Okay, so you sit a bit like this. That's me over exaggerate now. Okay? So you sit up a wee bit that side, but when you stand, then your knees collapse in the way and your arches spread. So you, we're going to put insoles in to do this on your knees. It's mad. It's mad. But it all makes sense because it all makes sense. And you go, well, right enough. But we've never actually thought about it the way I actually teach it.
Good.
So that's me. I have a flight to get in the morning, specialised at 5, so
Okay.
you hope I have a nice, the news. Go ahead.
Just
Yeah.
my Tarmac 54.
Mhm.